go. Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? This ain't no guitar, bitch, this a Glock. My Glock told me to promise you gon' squeeze me. You better let me go the day you need me. So bitch, put me on that nigga, get the bus. And if I ain't enough, go get the chop. It's safe to say I earned it, ain't a nigga gave me nothing. I'm ready to hop out on a nigga, get the bus. Know you heard me say you play, you late, don't make me push the butt. Full of pain, dropped enough tears to fill up a fucking bucket. Going for buckets, I bought a chopper. I got a big drum and hold 100. Going for nothing, I'm ready to air it out on all these niggas, I can see I'm running. Just talked to my mom, she hit me on FaceTime just to check up on me and my brother. I'm really the baby, she know that the youngest son was always guaranteed to get the money. Okay, let's go. She know that the baby boy was always guaranteed to get the loot. She know what I do, she know if I run from a nigga, I'ma pull it out and shoot. PTSD, I'm always waking up in cold sweats like I got the flu. My daughter a G, she saw me kill a nigga in front of her before the age of 2. And I'd kill another nigga too.
Welcome to LSFL Game Day Live Week 5 edition.
Yeah!
As the LSFL drink stirs, the more interesting it gets. That is for certain. We're going to start with our introductions. I'll go all the way on the far right with what will affectionately be known as Shark Cake this week. That'll be Freddie Reyes. Welcome, sir.
There's no way he wins. Absolutely no way.
I'll go to my closer right. We'll save that for the picks. Closer right here to me is we're gonna mix up his name a little bit. Normally he likes to be called Greg O.J. Mayer. Now we'll just call him Greg Ofer Mayer. Welcome to the set, sir.
See, this is what y'all don't deal with.
At least he worked on it this week. At least that's good.
Let's see something, because now he's going to put up his stickers and censorship on people. So let's watch what the commissioner's going to do this week. You guys don't have to deal with this bullshit. So here we go. The King Shark. The tainted champion.
Alrighty, Mike to the left. Welcome to the set, the president of the Players Association, who I can, nothing bad I can say, really just put the smack down last week.
So far, so good. Let's go.
Mike, you got any jello pudding pops over there?
Alright, we're going to start our show with like some somber way to start, I guess. We're going to talk about COVID for a second and the ongoing, fluctuating situation that seems to be going on in the NFL. We talked about the Titans situation, how they're not sure the game's going to be played this week. So things that were discussed in the offseason that we discussed, obviously ESPN finally, 3 weeks in the season, decided to get on board with the LSFL and make some rules. Which I do like what they're saying is that if your game doesn't go past Tuesday, it's a wrap. You don't get those players. However, in the offseason, we had a discussion in regards to the COVID situation and what we would do with those players who were on COVID. We would put them on the IR. That's what we added. Well, we did talk about also games being delayed. But we didn't talk about if your player necessarily doesn't have COVID, but your game is canceled due to COVID. Like the Titans, for example, Josh Allen situation, like if the Bills don't play, what do we do about that? Now again, if they move it to within the season, and yes, of course that was our rule, but if the game is totally canceled, because that's something that they're also talking about, what do we do then? I'm looking at it from this perspective, and I'll let our panelists talk about this too, and like to hear everyone's opinion about this. What I would like to be able to do is those players who are coming up, who are canceled, they're able to drop them for someone else. What I will do as commissioner is actually follow that. You just let me know in advance, hey, for Greg's example, hey, Josh Allen isn't going this week, so I need to drop him and pick up, say, Ryan Fitzpatrick or whomever. Once he does that, then that's fine. He makes that move, and then come next Tuesday when the roster's reset, Fitzpatrick automatically goes back to the free agency, and he gets back Josh Allen to his roster. Automatic, there's no question. You can't keep the guy, just for emergency situations only. Just because we have to keep this, it's going to be a fluctuating situation, so this is just something that we were just discussing today, and I think should be a rule going forward that we talked about the COVID, yes, your player, you're screwed essentially if your player gets COVID, but you don't want to also be screwed if your player doesn't have COVID and doesn't play. And you can't physically put that player on IR. So that's why I think that rule should be in place. Fred, you had opposed that a little bit, so let's hear your thought on it.
The only reason I oppose it because we should have decided this a week or two ago, beginning of the season. Because now you're gonna have the problem of let's vote, and we're gonna go through all this garbage. So that's my only discredit. I think it's fair, but maybe we should just vote and get the hell over with.
Right, what do you think?
I'm with Freddie on the part that I wish it would have went in effect like last week, because then I could have made moves because Pittsburgh defense I couldn't play stuff like that. But I'm with it. Because you can't foresee it going this big with one team. You know what I'm saying?
Especially one team.
And it's Tennessee. It's going to be 2 weeks in a row that they didn't play last week. They may not play this week. So I think it's a good rule. I just wish it was earlier.
Mike?
Yeah. In the beginning of the year, we said that this was going to be a challenge. We identified that. We said that all of us owners agreed that we were going to see who's got the real moxie now, as far as being able to think on your feet when the season's going. So we already knew it was going to be a challenge. These rules are coming in as they come in because each situation is different. Not even the NFL knew how to proceed.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, it is what it is. I think that, whatever the rule or whatever issues come up, there'll be a fair, if it has to be voted, then it'll be voted, but at least it'll be fair. So I don't think it's a big issue. This season's going to be a challenge, and it's going to continue to be a challenge.
Sure. And to your point, fellas, yeah, that was some I guess we should have foreseen and talked about. But again, I mean, we were already ahead of the game. I mean, look at ESPN finally made some COVID rules. I mean, we had some already.
Right.
But like the NFL, I like for us to be able to think on the fly and not say, well, okay, because it happened last week, we can't change things. Yeah, we can always change things. I think that's something we should be able to do.
Well, let's vote on it, and please vote. Don't sit there like a dickhead in the group text and don't reply
For real,
back.
man. It just takes forever. Shit.
Wait, time out.
Say
So wait,
something.
as far as that's concerned, I think the reason why you saw some of that with votes is because there's just certain things that nobody even wants to give that attention to. It's like, come on now, really?
This is important.
That's an owner's free.
But bro, we put in votes for PPR. We put in votes in the group text, and there's no. We're not saying
Listen,
certain people.
I have to do the stupid votes. So it's like, it don't matter. I just think that.
So why make your job harder?
No, I'm just saying, when it comes to.
like Kamala said last night, vote.
I think it speaks volumes. I think it speaks volumes when owners won't even chime in on it. I think it says more about if even if they did.
They don't care.
It's so stupid.
But that's bad.
Are we talking about the other vote shit that nobody voted on?
Yeah, so I'll speak to that for a second. By the way, speaking of last night, I meant to start the show by saying after last night I am feeling pretty fly today. Just had to get that.
I don't know.
The fly on Mike.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
You see, you started off
so
good.
talking about that was actually really
That was
actually really
funny.
good.
That was
Fly
funny.
was good.
Fly
You
was a
missed
stretch.
that. No,
It's not as funny as your pants, but it's funny.
That's what
So go for the fire. So let's talk about the voting situation. Normally, to be honest with you, I'll enforce that a lot more. I say, hey, I need your vote, and I'll get on people to vote. That was more. I didn't think it was a big deal, that trade. I wasn't.
No, that was.
I know.
Jose was being a dick.
I know he was right. So
Dick.
that's why I didn't
That lost.
enforce it. Didn't really give a shit, honestly. So, but if there's a serious vote, I will enforce it. You will hear from me. I want to make sure that your vote's counted, and especially something as serious as the COVID thing. So,
Right, COVID is serious.
Exactly, it's a big deal. All right, we're gonna start with our last week's breakdown, and let's go ahead and pull that Band-Aid off, and we're gonna start with the Sharks and Dragons. So for this game, Fred and I both went with the Sharks, and Laverne and Shirley both went with the Dragons. Sadly for them. The Sharks win 108-87, powered by Aaron Rodgers, 32 points.
He loves to
Early, 18 points. Mike Evans with 18 points. Good receiving combo right there. Jared Allen, 28 points. Good job for you, sir. Amari Cooper, 21 points in your trades of with your buddies, and 12 points from Ronald Jones, your trade back from your buddy. So
This is your commissioner.
Cooper. You got Cooper from Masker.
This
I don't know
is
this
this is an example, ladies and gentlemen, and I mentioned it to him last week. He didn't listen. Of panic trades. When you are over, you get scared. You start trading. You get scared.
Wow.
Like examples
I
of
hope I get extra minutes.
examples of Ronald Jones. Oh, I traded. Buddy, let me get him back because God, I need him this week.
That would did not go down
12
like
points.
that. Wow.
So great job, great
Wow.
great
I hope
job
I get an extra
on your
minute
what you call it, a no prize win.
Can I respond?
Freddie, what do you think about that?
Wow.
You get to end. That's what we're
I got you.
We close with you.
I picked the Sharks
Who's the moderator?
last week because I felt like they were gonna beat them, and look what happened. You got Rogers, Gurley, McKinnon, Evans, and Devontae Parker all scoring double digits. He even won by over 20 with his defense scoring negative points.
Oh, don't even get me on this.
So now don't get into it. I know Julio Jones went down, but
I can't sit next to him no more, bro. Like I can't. Mike,
so
can you sit over
I
there
picked
next
the
to me
Sharks.
so we can
I
read the
told
bird shirt?
that was it.
Mike, your thoughts on
Yo,
that?
you was a backstabbing bitch.
So I'm saying though, like, yes, you won. It's cool. We get it. But Greg pulled 2 moves, and those 2 moves ended up being part of his top 3 performance.
Dead.
So he is literally 2 games out of first place in our division still. I'm just saying, like, the reason why I don't want to talk shit about Greg is because this shit is being recorded every week, and then we're gonna look dumb talking shit about how Greg was gonna not make any more in the playoffs and the Overwatch and all this stuff. It is literally 4 games into the season, and that's all that we're talking about with Greg. So that is the reason why I defend Greg in this aspect. He made moves. He ain't sitting there. What else is he supposed to do? And to win.
So sticking up for his division opponent. Got it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg. Your thoughts.
Wait. Just like the Rattlers stick up for Coop.
All
Remember?
the time. All the time.
Yeah, we're gonna do a documentary on. We're gonna do a documentary on Coop with Team the
We're
Belt.
gonna address
Wait, no,
that.
Jago.
We're gonna address it.
Moderator.
We're gonna
I
address
can't
it.
wait. I'm glad you do because I'm going to address the
Get to the
gayness
point.
that happened Sunday.
We're gonna address it. I did make trades, like you stated. The trades were 2 of my top, 2 out of my top 3 scorers, right? What hurt me, Jeff Wilson was getting 1.5 or 1.9.
Yeah, you got no.
Gasecki, a Dolphin, 1.5. Julio. So I got to combine maybe 9 points out of like 3 players that nobody could foresee and say, okay, Jeff Wilson is not going to get any fucking carries. Or
6 points.
Julio was going to get hurt going into the Monday night game. And you want to talk about my trades. Let's go with my trades, right? No.
We had the extended
No. Let's talk about my trades. Since he said it was a wink trade, it was not. Mike did not know Leonard Fournette wasn't going to play, but I did. So I forced Mike to trade that back to me. And I was going in on Mike to get Ronald Jones back. So Mike did not know Fournette was not going to play. You can ask Mike. Mike said I had no idea. That's why I was going hard to get Ronald Jones, because I knew he was going to get all the carries, majority of the snaps. I knew he was going to get it. He got me 12 points, right?
Okay.
I took Hollywood Brown, and we're going to look how much points did Hollywood Brown have this week, right? Mark Ingram, packaged that together and got Amari Cooper. That gave me 21.4 points. So it's not like I made bad trades. The trades made sense.
We're not talking about that because it doesn't fit the narrative.
We're going to the scoreboard.
But we're going to go by the scoreboard. I did lose. But like I said, and I said in the group text, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down swinging. Not like
this.
Not like this. No. Fuck out of here. Like fucking
The doggy
Curly from Three Stooges over there. But I give Jason his props. He pulled off the victory.
I'm gonna say something real quick.
I
Just
want to
say-
hear shit from
I
you.
told you last week Jeff Wilson was gonna play, and you laughed on the camera.
No,
I
you
said Mo Star was starting on camera. You said,
Okay, wait. Did Mo Star play?
No.
Did Mo Star play?
He did not.
Okay, so what the fuck are you talking
That's
about?
fair.
Secondly,
That's fair.
secondly,
What are you talking about?
Secondly, I
First of all,
offered you
so you
7 trades
wait.
for Julio
So you
Jones.
foreseen
7 trades.
Wait. Shh. So you foreseen Jeff
I
Wilson
said that.
only getting 6 snaps?
Right.
You saw Mo Star.
I tried to
play.
trade him for Julio Jones.
I'm not taking
He
advice
might
from
have
you. You can't even pick.
Respect your division leader.
Well,
sir.
he picked right this week. That's for sure.
I want to say to AJ, the Buccaneers, it was a good match last week. I won by, I think, like 10 points. Lamar finally had a good game, which was the difference, I believe. So, like I said, you have a good team this year, man. Keep up the good work the rest of the season, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll see you later on in the season.
Had a tough loss this week against the Bronx Jets. I was down 10 going into Monday night. I needed a big night from my man Kelsey. He didn't come through, so I had to take that L, man. So congratulations to the Bronx Jets on a good win. So back to the drawing board and hopefully get the ship back on track. You know what I'm saying?
I come off a tough loss to the flicking, what's the name of that fucking team? The Rugrats. You got a little victory there. I hope you feel fucking good. I doubt you're going to make much of your season, but I digress. You won. Hats off to you. I don't think we play again, but if we do, we'll see how that happens out.
Last week, I'm not popping any champagnes bottles. I'm glad I got a win. About frickin' time. It was tough. Could have went either way. If Eckler didn't get hurt, I might have lost. If for some reason Green Bay decided to actually give Jones the ball more, I might have lost. But in any event, I won. And while we're speaking on that, I could be 2-2 because I'm a catch away from being 2-2. So I'm 1-3 and looking for a win this week.
Bombers, well done this week. You put it on me. I really don't have much to say. You had some guys that just showed up. Well done, sir. Great pickup, in the trade. I mean, say what you may, it worked out for you. But congratulations, man. You got me on that. 2 bad weeks in a row for me, man. I'm definitely looking to bounce back, man. So we'll see where it goes.
Well, last week I played the Boston Massacres. Team didn't show up. And when you play a team that's solid and on a hot streak, doesn't work out well for you. So congrats, Nick, on the win and for your second team of the week.
So this week we beat the Eldorados. I believe it was the game of the week. Nice, exciting game. We did squish the fish, as we said we would, so we have a nice record against Mr. Eldorado down there in South Florida. So good game, Craig. I only play you once a year, so we'll see you next year.
Let's move on to our next matchup. We had the Jets at the Buccaneers. All of us went Bucks, and all of us were wrong. Yes.
Wow.
The Jets pulled this off 93.8, so basically 94-83. It was a good matchup. Jets were powered by Lamar Jackson, 27 points. Finally had a good game for him, which is crazy to say. Kenny Golladay, 12 points, and Stephon Diggs with 11. So not big in his other departments, but I think he just had an all-around good game. Bucks on his side, Kyler Murray, every week, 26 points. Kamara, 18 points, and Singletary with 13. I think after that, unfortunately, he just didn't have much. Now, we did talk about this game last week. We thought this was going to be the, quote, game of the week, the actual game of the week. It didn't quite live up to that hype. Neither of them went over 100, but it was still a good game. It came down to Monday night, so it was still an interesting game to watch.
Yeah.
Mike, your thoughts on this matchup?
Wow, the Bucks underperformed with Kyle Murray still got his points, but Hopkins did. The Bucks he started 3 wide receivers, and they got him like a total of 10 points. So it was pretty bad. You know, Jets.
Not even 10, man.
And Jets still keep pushing, coaching.
Yeah. The Bucks got 25.3 points from 6 players. That's less than 5 points.
You're good on your math.
Yeah, thank you. So that's about 4.2 points per player. There's no way you're gonna win like that. 0 chance. That's it.
Right.
I fucking picked them.
But you know what? And it was interesting because I was watching all week. They was talking about D-Hop's ankle and if he was gonna play. And I was watching to see if AJ was gonna ride with D-Hop, let him go, and he did. But D-Hop is a player, like he's a gamer, like he's gonna go. I was shocked to see him only go for 4 points. Like it was shocking because D-Hop, through the years, he plays through injuries. And you watch that man, first half he may not have no catches, and the second half he'll go off. So that, I think that was what hurt AJ. Like you said, the receivers, it wasn't even 10 points, bro. It was like 8. Maybe 9, because he played AJ Green,
0.3 points. Yeah, 0.3.
D-Hop had 4. His other receiver had 4.9 or 4.5, so that hurt AJ in the long run. The Jets, you can't count them out. Like I said last week, we started counting them out, but like Laverne said over there, you know, culture.
All right, let's move.
Play it up.
Yeah, all right. Now we know who's alerted Shirley at least. Ain't gonna use it against us.
No, we're not. Go swing it.
Move on to our next matchup. We had the Bombers bombing out the El Dorados, putting up a 50-point beatdown, 124-74. OBJ, whew, man, you could have used him this week. 33
I got the same performance.
Did you? He got
the points
what did Cooper get?
My trade.
But what did Cooper get?
What did I get in
Wait,
return?
hold on.
Right, there you go.
Kittle, 25 points,
Yes.
and Deshaun Watson, 23 points. Great job by Mike. El Dorados,
That's some 32 in the health.
powered by Kareem Hunt, who in the future, going forward, might help him a little bit more with 19. Mark Andrews with 17, and Matt Ryan with 15. Well, nothing else I can say other than it's time for Fred's SWAT of the Week.
That's what it is. These El Dorados, boy, didn't they come out swinging?
That's 2 weeks in a row.
They all back-to-back spots. Back-to-back.
And you remember when he came out like, wait, talking shit, like he was all good and shit. He forgot that he sucked for all them years. He remembers now. You remember now, don't you? Why he sucked all them years?
Wait, Craig got 187 last week, right?
No.
Oh.
He remembered now why he sucked all them years. Like, I remember now.
Well, last week wasn't really his fault. This week,
last week he did not put 100. He got 93. This week he got what? 70 something?
I mean, but it was
Yo.
right.
Craig had some injuries. Craig had some flu.
No. All right, who you leading with?
No, I'm saying he didn't have injuries.
Wait. It wasn't injuries that hurt him. It's that sorry-ass Atlanta Falcons offense. 0 receiving yards for fucking Calvin Ridley. 0 receptions. Bro, and listen, I know Kenyon Drake looked good at the end of the season last year, but Kenyon Drake ain't been doing shit. And listen, I know I'm in no position to really talk down anybody's team or bash their team. But Craig, man, this is 2 L's in a row.
2 swats of the week.
You started out
back talking.
And this is the shit that me and Laverne talk about. Okay?
I'm confused which one is Laverne.
You're Laverne. I'm Shirley. This is what we talk about. To you, Jose, the Massacre, and AJ, right? AJ's been pretty decent throughout the years. Made the Fantasy Bowl once. The Massacre looked pretty good so far. But you and Jose?
You revert back to your old selves.
I wonder if Jose talked a lot of shit this week.
Look at that.
Is he okay? Jose, you okay? You alright? How you doing?
Let me throw my 2 you said something about this game. Okay.
I thought you did.
No, I just watched the shit out of it 2 weeks in a row. Fuck. Okay. I picked Mike. I kind of knew Mike was gonna do really well this week. I seen his matchups. He is correct on your receivers did nothing. Shepard, Ridley, Font didn't even do anything. They were just terrible.
Bro, when your number one receiver that you drafted gives you 0 fucking points.
It happens, but
no,
he's not the number one receiver on the team, dude.
Yes, he is. When Julio goes down, you watch it again. Julio goes down in the second half. Okay, who's the next man up? Calvin Ridley. He's the number one receiver.
But now he's double teamed, so he's not really the number one man.
Matt Ryan sucks, bro.
Mike, what did you think about your beatdown this week?
Could have been worse.
You're right. You left the house saying you had the 3 guys still going. I don't remember what you have. Yeah, you were pretty up there.
Yeah,
and
I left Brady on the bench. Who would have saw that?
Again?
I know. So I mean,
loving the show.
That was good. You know, Fort Pierce wasn't 100% healthy, so I know they're a better team than what they showed this week.
No. They're a better team. They didn't have any injuries, bro.
Yes, they did.
Where? Who?
They were all questionable. All players were questionable.
Oh, Devontae Adams.
They were all Adam. He was screwed by Adam.
Yeah,
that was the one thing he didn't get screwed over.
Yeah,
all right, so he only got 20 points.
Mike brought up the point. Hey, Craig, and again, I didn't mean to cut in on your time. But see, this is the difference, right? You waited until Monday night to make the change with Devontae when there was reports all week long that Devontae may not play.
Right. Yeah.
Devontae sends out the tweet.
Get
on Twitter.
He said it himself.
Get on Twitter, Craig.
But not even with Twitter, but it was all over everywhere. Like Devontae tweeted out he's not playing and deleted the tweet. And we're at Jason's house, and I'm like, yo, he still hasn't made a change. Like he still hasn't picked up anybody. Like even during the week, if there's that questionable mark on your top receiver not playing, and you still ain't do shit.
But he did move something.
But listen.
What?
He didn't.
He waited.
They waited long.
But this is why we say they always revert back to what they want.
He waited.
Wow.
Bro, he put in. Who was the receiver? Shepard.
Man, it could have been anybody.
Bro, he could have picked up anybody during the week and said, okay, let me just throw this person in. But he waited.
He gambled.
Bro.
No, he gambled. He gambled.
And how did that gamble? Just like Vegas, the house always wins.
And Craig, that is true. Like I'm gonna say, I mean, you had an LSFL record beatdown last week. That's why I say it's not really his fault last week. But this week, sir, this is your fault. On to our next matchup. We had the Jesters and the Rattlers. A big hype for this game. Greg, Mike, and Fred all went with the Jesters, and they were all correct. 125 to 101, a 24-point beatdown. Jesters powered by Mixon with 36 points, which will never happen
That's
again.
never gonna happen.
Never. Patrick Mahomes, 22, so he had an average day with Mahomes, so Mixon picks you up there. And Adam Thielen with 18, so all the way good around. Rattlers, huge day for Dak Prescott, 44 points, but where was your help? Nothing. Rams, 12, Tyler Boyd, 9, nothing to help you out there. So sorry to hear that for you. But not really, because I like moving down. See, I don't boost up my division opponents. Fuck them.
No, but you just picked them to win the game.
You just trade with them before.
I trade to rape them. I don't trade to help them out.
I trade.
Jose, you hear this?
Mike.
You hear this? Wow. Not to help you, and you don't want to do the interview. You fucking clown.
Hey,
you fucking clown.
Hey, Jose. Hey, Jose. We're gonna do a documentary on Cooper, and we're gonna talk about his tainted belts. What do you say?
Are we gonna talk about the Jesters, Rattlers?
I'm talking about.
Jose?
I'm talking about the Rattlers.
No, I don't want to hurt the guy that feeds me. No. Even though I pay for his lunch and dinner. Oh no, sorry. No, don't talk bad about Jason. Oh no.
We said earlier in the season that the threshold was you gotta get at least your top 3 in double digits. He just missed that.
Yeah.
But he didn't get, like you said, no help. So, yeah, that was the difference. Freddie got an unbelievable performance from Mixon. So I think Freddie's on the right track too. He's about to. He's gonna be tough to face it on this.
Yeah, for sure.
Hi, Fred.
Hi,
Hey, buddy. How you doing? You feeling good? You all right? Haven't heard from you for a while. Just wanted to make sure.
What happened to him?
I don't know. All that shit. You were talking, bro. And I told you, you was texting me on the side. Oh, Greg, I got talking all this shit. You should have stayed humble, bro. Stay humble. You haven't been here before. Like I said, you never was. You don't have a past. You don't have a resume. Learn to win before you talk the shit. Text me.
Right. So we already spoke that you're not gonna win when your 3 top players, you don't get double digits, and win them with your fucking defense.
Freddie.
It was gonna be really hard for him to beat me with Mixon. Even my 4th player had over 17 points, which was the Carolina running back.
So humble right now.
Cause he already knows. I already talked shit, man. I did.
Did you hear what he was saying
Yes,
last week?
I seen
He said you a has-been.
I seen the
He said you living in the past.
Yeah, I seen the
He
drunken
called you the
video.
fucking
I
Rugrats.
seen all that shit.
No.
He said
No.
mutt you.
No, he was gonna mutt you.
I said,
I would mutt you,
I've
bro.
been trying to text him
And you
all
been
weekend.
no.
Then he
Freddie.
said, why
No.
everybody want me to talk?
No.
Cause Nick, you said you gonna mock me.
Bro,
So
don't be nah. You gotta go win on this motherfucker, bro. You gotta go in, bro.
listen, I saved my going in for good players. I've told you this.
Oh shit.
I told you about the Eldorados and I told you about the Rattlers. They came up, the first 2 games they're strong and now they're doing good. This guy's getting fucking lucky. Yeah, we're good.
He said he's for good.
But that's when I beat people like who have like Macarena 3 championships, Jason 4 championships, Mike, you. I don't get happy being on the fucking Rattlers. I've been saying this shit all week. I said it all week. Like yo, I told you. I said I'm gonna fuck you up.
I said, I'm
I'm gonna fuck you up.
done.
I'm gonna fuck you up. And I fucked you up. I'm not, he wants me to brag on you.
don't get
I'm gonna leave it. The Rattlers. The fucking Rattlers.
I wanna see the stickers this week, bro.
And I want to tell you something. That was my underdog pick of the week, was myself.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, we gave it to him. I gave it to him.
Yeah, cause I knew I was gonna fuck you up. I told you. You're a fucking garter snake. You ain't no fucking rat.
Ooh, here
Get
he
out
comes.
here.
Here he comes.
Hold
Hold
it back.
All right.
I mean, shit. I'm gonna be AFC South. King of the AFC South.
Definitely. Moving on to our next matchup, we had the shocker of the week. Excuse me, the Predators shocking the Grimace 99.85, pretty much 100 to 89. We all went Grimace.
Unfucking fortunate.
However, I did say
We
that
both did.
this it was like, but I was too pussy to pick it, so it doesn't count. I get a half of something. If it's a tie, I get that.
All right, you get an extra slice of ribeye.
Right, there you go. So Derek Carr for the Predators, 25 points, big. Melvin Gordon, we talked about him being a big pickup for him, 23. And the funny part is his third is his kicker with 15. Mr. Bullock.
15?
Unreal.
Yeah, bro.
With the Grimace, he had Joe Burrow, his big pickup at 18. We had Aaron Jones at 17 and Will Fuller at 16. So a good top 3. I just think he wasn't helped out by the bottom. And it wasn't that big of a blowout. 10 points is what it is. But I do want to say for the Predators, a good game on pretty much 100 points. And where's Zeke? So, hey, might be something to build on, friends. Might be something to build on.
Good shit.
What you think about this?
It was a good game. Nick showed up. Team showed up. What hurt Grimace? What hurt
We all know where
the so-called king, Eckler. And I'm looking at this, right? And one thing that Mike mentioned, always pick up your handcuff, right? Now Eckler's gone. Who's his replacement? Who has Justin Jackson? Craig picked him up on the waiver wire this week. Who has Joshua Kelly?
He's a real fucking
Jose. So now you're down your number one running back. Ken, I don't look pretty good for you next week either, buddy, but good try.
It was Eckler. You lose by 10 points, he usually gets 13 to 17 a week.
You know what?
But don't get it.
The real Dallas team, the Cowboys. All that talent. Where you got the show for?
How about them
Cowboys?
Now, don't get me wrong. Even though the Grimace got hurt by Eckler, the Predators still would have beat him because he left 2 people on the bench that double-digit score. Jerry Jeudy had 13. And looking at this right now, he was on the bench with 12.1. And Jamal Williams, the running back, had 10. So if he implements Jeudy instead of Miller, that's an additional 10 points that they went by.
I mean, but Nick did a good job. Because
So it just happened to fall perfectly for the Predators. He had a great game. Eckler fucked up. That's it.
How long is Eckler out for?
Like 6 weeks.
Oh, shit.
We saw that injury too. It didn't look good.
That didn't look good.
Yeah, it did not look good.
Yeah,
I mean, we know. We know about injuries.
No, I mean, he ain't the king of the East. We know that. Ken ain't gonna be claiming no king of the East now.
Does he have a segment this week?
I'm just saying, down with the king. So we're just gonna see how much he can do with this week going in. I think he's playing. You, Fred?
Who?
The Grimace.
Nah.
Who's he playing?
We'll
look at it.
Talk about it.
But I think it.
No, he playing Boston.
Oh,
it's the game of the week.
Oh, yeah, we gotta save that for later.
I was trying to build it up.
We'll save that for later.
Wait.
Killing it.
That's another 187.
We'll talk about that later, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Eckler was the problem. I don't think necessarily the points left on the bench was a good thing for Nick. I mean, that kind of just showed us a little bit. I mean, I know I saw Williams going to be.
I see Jerry Jeudy, though.
You made a trade this week, too, huh?
Huh?
You made a trade this
He
week.
did make a trade.
Interesting trade.
Yeah, man, so he's getting active.
I mean,
I said this 2 weeks ago. We gotta respect somebody that does have 3 championships.
Laverne is helping out.
He knows how to play.
Laverne is helping out everybody. Like to spread it around.
Everybody makes sense.
All right, well, now to our next matchup. The Boston Massacre put another massacre down on the Goats, 127 to 81. We all went massacre. We were all correct. Dalvin Cook powered by 26. Russell Wilson again 24, and Gibson came out with 18. That was a big start for you. Chris Carson with 22 points. DJ Shark came up big with 21, and Jared Goff with 13. So Massacre, two weeks in a row, 2 team of the weeks in a row. I mean, it's looking pretty bright in Boston, and I do believe if we play back first or second episode and we all talked about what team was going to come out, that was my pick. Fire up the cans, Boston Massacre.
Team of the week, 2 in a row. It's 2 team of the weeks, back to back. I'm driving that boat, not knowing what I'm doing, but the last 2 weeks have been feeling good. Team's headed in the right direction. So we're just trying to steer the ship in the right direction before we continue on to the playoffs.
Mike, what you think?
Is it fire?
I said it too.
Yeah, man, that was impressive. I mean, to do the record and then come back and do Team of the Week, what can you say about that? You can't knock that at all.
We may be looking at that division winner right there.
Just getting Team of the Week is tough. Like, broke the record and then came back and did it over.
Right.
So, that's just.
And in fact, I meant to point that out. One of you said, as we broke down the Massacre game, you said, well, I forget who it was. My apologies.
It was either Laverne or Shirley?
Well, no, I don't know. Somebody on the panel said 187, but can you do it next week?
Oh, me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you did it next week.
Yeah, I mean, Nick's got a really strong team. It looks like right now. He lost Chubb this week. That's gonna sting. Well, I'm saying that's gonna sting, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if all this regular season stuff is fun in games, but we'll see how he ends up at the end of the season.
But even with him losing Chubb, he still was team of the week. Right? Chubb went down probably, what was it, like the second quarter?
It was early, yeah. It was early.
And he still had Gibson with 18, Cook with 26, and Wilson with 24 and a half.
6
And I'm going to own something. When you drafted Gibson, I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, I swear. I was like, who the fuck? I turned to, I think it was Mark. I said, who's Gibson? Mark, I don't know. Nobody knew. Good pickup. Good pickup, Nick. You showing out, man. Showing out, bro. Massacre, Mr. 187. That should be a new nickname, bro.
So definitely the Massacre. You know, me and Mike were texting back and forth like, yo, we're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch him. You know, because we thought we were gonna be team of the week, one of our two.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not gonna reiterate like what they said. You're running twice in a week. That's great. Your backups are really good. I mean, right now you look like the favorite. When we made fun of you the first week, now you look like the favorite to win the division.
You know what's funny? We forget Nick hold record for best regular season record.
Yes, he 11-2.
So he's not a pushover, bro.
Right.
He's not a pushover.
He just can't win the big game. So
tied. He is tied.
right.
With who?
With the
when nobody brought up is my other concern.
So the Massacre owns the record.
Here goes my other concern though. It's not about the Massacre because he's showing he can play. It's the goats.
Bro.
1 week he lost and he won. And he won again and then boom he fell off. It's like what are the
I'm
goats?
glad Quick pointed that out. Minus 13
on defense.
Right.
That hurts.
Right.
So you might have lost a 30-point swing right there.
Right.
Most people get 15 points, 13 points.
Like you're talking about your -2 from Arizona, but
Right,
you
minus 13.
behind
Yeah,
minus
yeah,
13.
Yeah, I feel you.
That,
you know.
But that, I mean, why would you? I don't know. To me,
Dallas-
why would you start against
Dallas
the
defense
like against
sucks.
the Browns? Like,
Yeah, but
why?
I was listening to the reports.
Why would you go against?
Yeah, and they were saying that might be Baker Mayfield's game right there.
Yeah, they have a great.
But Baker didn't have a great game, but
Right,
Odell had a great
Right.
game. And,
Right.
But all season long, Dallas defense sucks, bro. Like they're not doing nothing, and you went out and
It was a bad play. Bad play. That's probably what it was.
Literally.
So that's why what I just said at the beginning of my part was, we don't know what the hell the goals are. They're 2-2.
Right.
You know, but
Right.
Good shit,
Not a lot of points. So.
yeah, like.
All right, let's review our picks from last week. Freddie actually made some ground last week. He went 4-2. Greg and Mike both went 3-3, and I went 2-4.
I'm coming, baby.
What's the record now?
So overall, right now Greg's still in the lead, 16-8. Mike is right behind him, 1 game behind. Laverne and Shirley, Laverne and Shirley,
Right.
15-9. Jason right at 500, 12-12. And Fred with some ground made up, but still way below 8-16.
Oh, I'm coming.
You got some time.
I'm coming.
You got some time.
Listen, garlic mashed potato.
Yeah, hey.
Some green beans.
I'm coming.
I think do like my steak medium rare.
Yeah, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's
Put
time.
some jerk chicken.
I'm getting a little hungry, so it's time to snack on some stacks.
Oh shit.
Love my- Let's go ahead and chomp. We're gonna start with the we gotta call this something. The bet. We gotta find. Let's
The bet.
I don't know. We'll say the bet now, but I'm interested in. We do a little contest and name this something. I love this. So the LSFL made up some ground this week.
A lot of
This
ground.
week they scored 336 points.
Thanks, guys.
The WSFL this week put up 209. So
Ooh.
the difference was 137 points you guys put up this week. Leaving the overall lead right now, the WSFL still leads by only 28
We
points.
put it up
so
this
it's
week,
getting
boy.
close.
It's my fault.
It's
Put it up.
close.
We put it up.
Close.
Come on. You still beat the goats. It's okay.
All right, so right now the total is 1,236.85 for the WSFL and the LSFL 1,208. So gonna be interesting for you guys going forward.
Yeah, don't worry. When we win, that's how I'm gonna pay for y'all food if I lose the picks.
Oh, hey, that makes sense.
How you gonna spend Mark, Eric, and Craig's money? Thanks, guys.
Divisionally and conference speaking, the NFC North went 2-1 against the AFC South and won. The NFC East swept the AFC West 3-0. So NFC last week went 5-1. It was something I talked about. The numbers will eventually bounce back for the NFC. It was just bound to happen. AFC right now still holds the lead though, 14-10 right now, but definitely a little closer.
I mean, we knew the NFC was gonna come back with a fucking.
Can you bring up who has the most championships out of the conferences
Oh,
next week on your
not
star
just
stand?
sure.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring up the power rankings.
Ooh.
Obviously, we had a little bit of a switch up top. The Massacre made their way up to the top of our rankings, followed by Rattlers, Grimace, Bucks. That's in our top 4. Our biggest mover this week was the Jesters. They moved up from 8 to 5, so they moved up 3 spots. And our biggest loser this week on our bottom is the Goats, who went from 6 to 10, so they went down 4 spots this week. So power rankings are what they are, but you know the Massacre, Rattlers, I have Grimace, Bucks. I think that top 4 is right on. I don't know about the Jesters, but you know we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we gotta check this out. I like it. Though.
Yeah,
I like it, man.
I'm sure you do.
Thank you, Garden Snake.
All right, so with that being said, we're gonna move on and welcome some royalty to the set. Let's bring on.
Mike, you doing your segment?
Let's bring on the King's Court.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Well, welcome to the second episode of the King's Court. This week isn't as cheerful as last week was, where I got to sit here and play my crown as the King of the North. This week I have to tip my hat to Nick and give him his first win of the season. That was definitely a rough one for me. Eckler going down was a huge blow to my team. But my hat's off to him. He held up and he took the King down. Now I look like a mere mortal, just like the rest of the league at the moment. I'm not worried though, as I bounce back. I got a tough matchup against the Massacre this week, but something tells me I got a little magic up my sleeve and might be able to pull something out. Dalvin Cook's been a little inconsistent. The last 2 weeks he's been good, but he's playing a tough Seattle D this week. Russell Wilson's always on fire, so that's going to be a tough one to stop. But hopefully Raheem Mostert comes back, and that'll fill in a little bit for the hurt of Eckler. And, I have no Aaron Jones this week, so I'm going to have to do a little work to make this one and squeak it out. But there's a reason I'm the king, and there's an even bigger reason I'm the champ. Ooh, did that sting? So with that being said, Nick, good luck to you this week, but I don't know, man. I got to bounce back, and I think it might happen. The matchup looks tough for me, but I think Ben's a little pissed off after the game canceled last week. I read a couple articles on that, so I think he might have a big week against Philly. If Mostert comes back, you can pencil him in for anywhere between 15 and 20 points. We'll see what Deshaun Watson does without Bill O'Brien and his boring play-calling offense. Dalton Schultz is emerging as a top-tier tight end. I think I'll be all right. We'll see what happens. Good luck, and until next time, the King is out.
Well, once again, we are visited by royalty and blessed with his word.
Weird.
And now we're going to go back to bombshells. Week 2.
Welcome to Bombshells. My man, you was blowing up people last week, huh?
One in particular, yeah. Yeah, he got
Eldorado?
it. Yeah. Eldorado's caught it, Good game, Craig. Not really, but
He got blown the fuck up.
boom.
Boom.
Yeah, so, WSFL, I had to go ahead and even up my season record against them, so we'll see what happens when I play the Jets later on this year, but I was happy with that one.
Fuck Craig.
Fuck Craig. But AFC...
Listen.
Oh, God.
Listen. Who you got this week, bro? Who we got this week? We got, hold on. Let me do the introduction of who you got this week.
Oh, God.
It's like 17 years on the job. You got no raise.
No benefits.
You haven't got a promotion, and you still show up to the job every day. Don't you feel unappreciated, Jose? Don't you feel like you come here and you put in this hard work every fucking year? You prepare for the draft and you have nothing to show for it, bro. 17 years on the job and you're still in the same position. That sucks.
Well, at least he got to face me this week. So, he's got that going for him. Jose, it's going to be a long week for you, man. I'm sorry, bro. You started off hot. But bro, stats. I mean, you know, I got a winning record against Jose.
What's the streak?
I mean, I know the streak is at least 5 games. Homeboy,
Wait, 5 games straight against Jose?
yo, homeboy ain't beat me since like 2014.
Wait, wait.
No,
Mike,
it's facts.
wait. The man hasn't beaten you in in 5 years?
2014.
And he's talking shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, he hasn't talked shit directly at me, so that's cool, and I think we know why. So, you know, I mean, but these are the games that I hate. I hate those games where I know I got everything going for me.
Projected
I'm so far projected to win, yeah, but, you know, like I said, I don't understand what the appeal is. I know he's loyal to the commissioner.
Loyal.
And then he's loyal to the commissioner.
Loyal ain't the word.
Division rival, you know, another rider.
Did you miss the comment that Cooper said earlier on the show?
About?
He makes trades to rape him, not to help him. And then
that's just disrespect. That's just disrespect.
Ramrod.
See, but
now,
I mean,
Jose, let me just interject real quick. Jose, this is the same man at your birthday party when me and Mike came to you and we said to you, hey, we're doing this documentary on Jason. The first 3 years, his first 3 titles. We want to interview people that's been in the league as long as you and talk about how you felt robbed of the chance to win the championship. How you felt robbed of not fully understanding fantasy and waiver wire. How you felt raped and robbed for the past 17 years because your commissioner had an advantage. And what was your response? Jose? I don't know. I can't do it. No, I'm not gonna talk bad about Jason.
It's like,
oh my God, I love him. Oh my God, I love him. But he's whooped your ass for 17 years. And you still don't have enough manhood in you to stand up and say anything. But you want to say something to Freddie. You want to say something to Mike. You want to say something to me. And we've been nothing but cordial towards you.
Respectful.
But
it's cool because,
but then
you know,
when we come to you, because we know you're good with Jason, you're friends, and you've been in the league since the beginning, in the same fucking division. And then when we say a 30 for 30, Jose,
I can't do that.
Jason, I love
you know
him.
what it's like? It's like battered wife syndrome.
Battered wife syndrome. Yes.
It's like battered wife syndrome.
I love him. I love him. I can't leave him.
I made him do it. No, it's not fun to make fun of. But still,
no,
on some real shit.
What?
On some real shit.
Of Jose?
I'm just saying, it's all good, Jose. You know, stay loyal, stay true.
To who? The first thing is be loyal to yourself, Jose. Be loyal to yourself. Show me you're a man. He just turned 50, right? 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Act like you're fucking 50. Act like a man. But
that's bombshells. That's it.
Get smacked the fuck down this week, buddy.
That was certainly interesting. Bombshells. We gotta love it. Let's move on now to our weekly breakdown. We're going to start with the 2-2 Buccaneers at the 1-3 Predators. Currently, right now, the Predators lead this series 9-7. They won last meeting 89-73, and that streak is 2. So 2 in a row for the Preds. ESPN currently has this matchup 107-96 for the Bucks. I am going to agree with ESPN on this one. However, I still think the Preds could give this a game here. I do like for the Bucks. I like Kyle Murray at the Jets and Hopkins at the Jets. It's a great combo with a horrible defense. And Kamara against the Chargers. So I mean, a great big 3, if you will. Now on the Predator side, I do like David Carr against the Chiefs. They're gonna have to throw the ball. I just talked about Zeke. Where are you at? Well, I'm about to see you this week at the Giants, that's for sure. But there is some questions on the rest of the lineup with, some of the defensive, right now you currently have the Bears and the Bucks, so I'm not sure that's going to work out so well for you. So right now, currently, I'm going to ride with the Bucks. See him doing well once again. Mike, who do you like in this matchup?
I like the Bucks as well. I like Kyle Murray at the Jets. I like Hopkins. I mean, I still like Hopkins even half healthy. I like Kelsey. I think he's got hard matchups. The Predators do. So I just get in favor of AJ.
Right?
The reason I'm gonna say AJ is because we don't know what's gonna happen with the Tennessee Buffalo game. AJ has Tennessee kicker and he has Buffalo's running back, while Nick has AJ Brown from Tennessee. So I'm gonna go with the stronger lineup because if AJ Brown's out, even if anybody he puts in is only gonna get like 6 or 7 points. There's not a lot on the waiver wire. AJ's got a better backup, so I'm gonna go with AJ on this one.
Okay. We're on some interesting facts there, Frankie. I didn't realize Singletary, AJ does have him. Tough pick, but I like if AJ does sub out. He does have some good players on his bench. He can sub out the kicker and put another kick here and get like 3, 4, 5, 6 points. The only thing I have an issue with AJ's lineup is Hopkins because we don't know how healthy he's going to be yet. It's a shitty Jets defense. I know. We know. But if he gives them 7, 8, even 9, 10 points, it's going to be good.
Interesting stat about Hopkins I heard this week was that, like, if he plays, like the Cardinals right now give him like 30% of that pass share. So he's got
what the
like
target share, bro?
The target share.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna be
He's
involved.
gonna
If
get
he's on the
fed.
field,
Yeah.
he's probably gonna be involved.
So I mean, AJ Brown coming off an injury, real bad knee injury. He's gonna be playing. He may not play because it's Tennessee. And Zeke. Where's Zeke been? Like the top 3 running backs this year, injury, out for the season. Zeke hasn't been Zeke.
Can I say something really quick?
Sure.
Really quick.
Sure.
Just as you're talking about this, I'll never forget because it was such a long topic. Mr. Hernandez said Zeke does not deserve the number 2 pick. You remember that?
Yeah.
He did say it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It just flashed to me in my head. Him saying.
But like this year, we all knew it was gonna be weird with COVID. But this year with the running backs, like Alvin Kamara's a top running back. But anyway, back to the picks. I'm going with Bucks.
Plus,
Bucks.
the Predators don't have Chris Godwin playing this week.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy from Tennessee? Corey Davis playing this week. He's hurt too.
He's injured reserve.
He's COVID.
It's like, yeah, he's decimated.
But and Chicago's defense is not Chicago's defense of the past, and they're going on a Thursday night short turnaround against Brady that just put up 5 TD passes.
I hope you switch that.
I mean, Godwin may not play. Well, he's not going to play. But Mike Evans is still a threat in the red zone. Gronk is still a threat in the red zone. Ronald Jones could make headway in the passing game as well as running the ball. They still got Cameron Barth.
Yeah.
Barth. They got Miller. They got a lot of weapons on Tampa. So please change that, or don't. Just leave because you're in my conference.
Well, you'll be viewing this after, so we'll see what happened. All right, so let's hear what both AJ and Nick had to say about this matchup.
So this week's matchup, I have the Predators and Nick M. And Nick is a 2 or 3 time champion. So, I mean, it doesn't matter when someone's a 2 or 3 time champion. Even when you think you might have them, you might not have them. So it should be a good game. I'm hoping to get back on the winning streak and just get back on track because we fell off this last week. So good luck, Nick, but the Bucks are going to bring it.
And as far as AJ coming up, I love AJ. AJ's got nothing but class. This week looks pretty tight, actually, with the projections and the fuck. Can I start over? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this week looks pretty good for me. I'm not going to say I'm not going to win. I'm not going to say I'm not going to go out there and lose, but it could go either way. It's a 50-50 ball, and we'll see who comes down with it. But in the spirit of election season, I want you to go out and vote. Vote for the Buccaneers. Vote for everybody else, but don't vote for the Predators. You got to get out there and you got to vote. Because a vote for me is going to be an L. So if you want to improve your picking status, vote for everybody else. Though I do want to bring up something that alerted me last week, Mr. Greg O.J. Mayer. Okay, the mayor of what? Losertown? Because right now your nickname is Ofer. 0 for 4. You went 0 for 13. Now you're working on 0 for 5. Okay, so Jason, I don't know why he's even up there. He's 0 and 4. He's an expert of what? Losing. Okay, so he called me out because he goes, look at his roster. Look at his roster. Well, my roster has a win. Your roster has none. And in fact, you called me for a trade today. And I looked at your roster and I said, I'm not a fan. So, Greg, I love you, but you just leave the door open. You invite me in, and I'm gonna kick it open.
As a reminder, we all went Bucks on that matchup.
We're at a 10, Nick. We're at a 10.
All right, let's move on to our next matchup, where we have the 0 and 4 Dragons against the 2 and 2 El Dorados. The El Dorados lead this series 4-2. They won the last meeting 81-73. And an interesting fact, the win streak is 4. Wow. Currently, ESPN has the El Dorados 107-92. I am also, well, that was when I did. Sorry, yeah, no, all good. I'm going to agree with ESPN. I believe the win streak will come up to 5. Unfortunately, so we start with the El Dorados matchup with Matt Ryan against Carolina. Carolina's defense isn't much. Now Matt Ryan's streaky, so we'll see what happens there. I think Kenyon Drake is going to have his coming out party against the Jets. We talked about him not showing up. I think this will be the game for him. And an interesting matchup now for LD. He has Kareem Hunt on an island now by himself. They are going against a tough Colts defense, but I think he's going to have some good production there. On your side, again, talked about Jared Allen, might be an issue. Josh Allen, sorry. Talked about Amari Cooper at the Giants, so we didn't talk about that, but I think also, just like Zeke, they're both going to eat in that matchup, so I do like that. What are we doing with the flex spot, though? That's what there's some questions on that. I'm looking at it, but okay. So that's why, anyway, that's my assessment. That's why I'm going to go with the El Dorados. Fred.
See, I want to pick Greg. I really do, because I want to get rid of this Overwatch.
I feel the butt coming on.
Oh, here it comes.
The Overwatch. We will eliminate the Predators. The Predators are now off the Overwatch. So on this island by himself is Gregory. I'm trying to help him out. He's going to be my underdog pick of the week. And I'm going to tell you. This week I'm going to go out. Because I have witnessed the El Dorados play like shit the last 2 weeks. I don't care that he got devoured by the massacre. He still scored under 95 points. The next week he goes and scores 74. Now, that's all because he relies on Atlanta. He got Matt Ryan. He got Ridley. So once they stopped Ridley, the game was over because he had 0 points, obviously. So this is what I think. I think it's a division game. Carolina's going to come play. They got their first win last week, I believe it was. So I am picking Greg this week to end the Overwatch.
Wow.
Let's go, Greg.
Wow, that's big. Spicy for sure. Mike, what do you think?
I was feeling a lot more confident of who I was going to pick before yesterday. El Dorado, they're underperforming. I see them downward spiraling. I actually think that it's going to start. The wheels are going to start to fall off with them.
I feel a big butt coming.
The dream is over. And then Greg the math says that he's got to win a game. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually he's going to get that win, mathematically.
But
no, Josh Allen is making me nervous.
That's the one that's making me nervous.
That's what's making me nervous.
I think if Allen plays,
because truthfully, I was like, yo, Greg's going to win this game. I was like,
Le'Veon's back.
Le'Veon's back. Ronald Jones against Chicago. Cooper at the Giants. I mean, it was all lining up for you, and then Josh Allen happened. But you know what? You're still going Dragons.
The Overwatch.
Wow.
Well, Greg, are we going down the ship this week?
As you can see, I have my head down the whole time listening to everybody's bigs and comments and breaking down my lineup. Of course, I'm going to pick myself. I don't care who I'm facing or what. I'm going to pick myself. I'm nervous about Josh Allen, and that's why I made the pickup early in the week. I picked up Kirk Cousins.
Good
The
pick.
reason I picked up Kirk Cousins because Seattle's back line of their defense sucks.
You're right. And Thielen is that guy now.
He has Thielen. He has the young boy Jefferson. He's been throwing the ball a lot more, even though they're still feeding Cook, but he's working off the play action.
Right.
Seattle will be keen on Dalvin Cook. If I have to play Cousins, I'm still confident with playing Cousins. Ronald Jones, I'm confident. Gave me 12 points last week. Cooper, I'm confident in. What's really fucking me up this year is fucking injury. Injury after injury after injury. Last week I had a good, going into Monday night against Jason, had a good lead. And if Julio could have just gave me 10 points, not a lot, nothing major,
Good point.
I could have probably possibly pulled that game out. But they had to rely on Gurley. Yeah, play not violent. So that being said, I'm picking myself because I still have confidence in Cousins if I got to play him. I still have confidence in Le'Veon Bell because there's no other fucking weapons on the Jets. I have confidence in Cooper. My biggest issue, like you said, is my flex, which I got Gage in right now because if Julio doesn't play, relying on Gage. I'm also scared about my fucking tight end. It's a fucking Dolphin, and I hate having a fucking Dolphin on my fucking starting line.
Well, it's better than having a Jet, that's for sure. Let's go ahead actually and hear what Craig had to say about this upcoming matchup.
This coming week, it's been a rough 2 weeks in a row. I definitely, with no bye week and a 13-week, rough schedule, down the road, you'd sure like a bye week. So I basically bought that this weekend, and it couldn't have come at a better time. I need a big bounce back win, and I'm basically playing the Jets of the league. So this is my opportunity. That even being said, I might even play that bum of a pick, Kenyon Drake, this week because he's going against the Jets. But other than that, man, that guy has been garbage for me, man. Thank God I didn't pick him in the other league. I was close, but we will see, man. I should be all right against you there, Greg, man. So we'll see what happens, man. I might eat my words, but I doubt it, buddy.
All right, so just a reminder of our picks for that matchup. Everyone on the panel except myself are going with the underdog Dragons, or I'm going to stick with the El Dorados. All right, so moving on to our next matchup, we have the 2-2 Goats against the 2-2 Jets. This one's going to be very interesting. The Goats lead this series 3-2. The Goats won their last matchup 102-98, which the win streak is at 1. Currently, the ESPN rankings actually have the Goats ahead, 101 to 99.3. That was at the time I was ahead. Which I'm going to disagree with. I like the Jets in this matchup, being that we don't know what's going on with the Titans. We don't know if the Goats will have Henry. I do like Lamar Jackson going against the Bengals. That's going to be a good matchup. I saw what Robinson can do, and he's going to against the hapless Texans defense. I think he could have a good game. And if Michael Thomas is back this week, that's another added addition to a team that right now is looking really hot. Going against the Goats, who I think Chris Carson against the Vikings could be a good matchup. McLaurin, I'm not really sure. I do like DJ Shark though in that Houston matchup. That could possibly be one of those games that are back and forth. So some good matchups on the Goats. That's why the ESPN has them up high. But I still see it with the hot team. I'm gonna ride with the hot team with the Jets on this one.
Yeah.
Fred, I'll leave it to you. What do you think?
I agree. I think Derrick Henry will not play this week. That's too big of a loss because on the other side, you have Stephon Diggs who might not play, but you could always put in Sammy Watkins on his bench. So I just think Derrick Henry's too big of a loss. I really don't think Tennessee's playing this week. So I'm definitely going with the Jets on this one.
Right.
It's gonna be a close game.
Real close.
Real close. Derrick Henry may not play. You have Dallas against the Giants, which is I'm cringing because that's gonna be. You may put up another negative 13 with your defense.
Yeah, that's a lot of credit to the Giants.
Stephon Diggs may not play for him for the Jets. Michael Thomas may not play. I'm going Goats just because I feel like if he got to plug in a running back, if he got to sit Henry, Damien Harris has been being the featured back in New England. In New England it could be anybody, but he has been getting the carries. So I can see the Goat pulling this out by real close, like 2 or 3, 4 points maybe, because you guys are so evenly matched and you have so much same kind of question marks. So, but I like the Goats lineup looking better. So Goats.
Mike, what do you think?
I'm going Goats too. Got Henry's the big thing. I can't. I already am taking a flyer on it in a different matchup, so I'm gonna just use this. I gotta win one of them. So I just feel like Derrick Henry, if he doesn't play for the Jets, then.
But Derrick Henry's on the Goats.
Derrick Henry, no.
Henry plays for the Goats.
Yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
You want to switch it?
Yeah.
So it's 3 for the Jets, 1 for the Goats.
Yes.
Let's get some homework done.
Sorry. You worked for the. Yeah,
I'm scared. Maybe I should change my pick.
No. Then I go for the Jets. Yeah, I just think that Derrick Henry's the biggest impact.
That's the key. That's the number one key.
It's a big impact, but he has enough, like I said, on the bench to probably offset that. But if the Jets, if Michael Thomas doesn't play, that's a Monday night game. If Diggs doesn't play, that's 2 of his top wide receivers not playing. And Thomas is still not 100% healthy. And it's not like the New Orleans offense is the same offense that it has been in the years. It's Kamara. It's featured Kamara all season long.
Yeah.
So, but I'm telling you.
But look at his bench. He has Damien Harris, who might do a couple
and he can put it. But he can put in
Freeman.
Freeman. This is Freeman's second week in that Giants offense where he can probably get more passes. They're going to be throwing a lot. Freeman is a good receiver out of the backfield. I'm telling you. All right. Don't listen to me.
We'll see. We're gonna.
Don't listen to me. I'm number 1. Don't listen to me. I don't know nothing.
We're gonna revisit that. He's number 1 in the picks and 0 in your heart. All right, so we're gonna move.
I hate this guy. Why do I keep coming here?
So let's go on and listen to what Mark and Eric had to say
This
about
should
this
be
upcoming
interesting.
matchup.
These 2 great personalities.
Mark, I got you this week, the Goats. I'm looking to whip your ass. I know we have that bet going, but I'll still try to win first. That's the first thing I'm worried about. So I'm trying to kick your ass this week, get my 3rd win, and hopefully keep going on from there.
This week's matchup is against the Jets. Hopefully we score the most points in the league.
All right, so just a reminder, Mike, Freddie, and I all go Jets on this matchup, and we have our lone wolf this week going with the Goats. On to our next matchup. This is the panel matchup part 2, actually, this week, as the Sharks does his NFC North tour. The Sharks 2-2 versus the 2-2 Jesters. Jesters lead the series 9-8. Sharks won their last matchup 123-88.
No, he whooped your ass.
So the win streak was at 1. ESPN has the current, when I saw, 110-94 for the Jesters. Awesome.
The gap.
I am going to disagree with ESPN. I like the Sharks this week. And I'll point out a few matchups, but I just want to say this. As 50 Cent once said, I got the magic stick. And there is just something about the people I put in. It's like the people I put in. Magic happens. Every week. Always. I'm going to stick in Bridgewater. I think he's going to have a nice week this week against the Apples fucking whoever they're playing.
Atlanta.
I know. McKinnon against Miami. McKinnon, now we have a question that Mozart's going to start, but guess what? Doesn't matter. Even when Mozart's in, touchdown. Every week from McKinnon, every time, guaranteed. And I like Keenan Allen against the Saints. I think that's going to be a good fantasy matchup right there as well. With the Jesters, of course, Mahomes, I'm already ready for that to get poured on. But in his, I don't like his running backs, never have. I hate both of them. I hated them before the draft, so it's nothing personal. I hate Mixon. I hate David Johnson. I think they're both garbage. This is the week McKinnon gets hurt, guaranteed. He's done by night. Yeah, Mixon. Yeah, this is. Yeah, no, my bad. Mixon gets hurt this week. I'm calling it now. Mike, what do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, I'm going with Fred. His running backs, yeah, I feel you on that with that. But he does have Mahomes set to go this week. Some of yours is, I mean, I don't. If you had Aaron Rodgers, it'd probably be a different story. But Justin's got enough to get the win this week.
Cool.
I was looking at this. I had to look up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot Thielen. I like Thielen.
Yeah, and McKinnon, I know touchdown every week, but how long is that streak going to keep going? Evans, I like Evans in the red zone. He's been building that chemistry with Tom Brady. Keenan Allen, see, New Orleans is a tough defense, man. They got a tough secondary, and there's a rookie quarterback playing on Monday night. The lights are going to be bright. Are you going to show up, or are you going to, go cuddle in the corner? I like Mahomes. I don't like Mixon. David Johnson, I have a sneaky feeling he's going to have a big game, and the reason why. Jacksonville defense is not that good. They just fired their head coach. Their head coach was the offensive coordinator. He called the plays. I think with a new offensive coordinator, they're going to play it safe. They're going to run the ball a lot against Jacksonville. That's my feeling. They don't have fucking receivers. I mean, Fuller, I got somebody in the crowd shaking their head no because they got Fuller in their lineup. I don't think they're going to pass the ball that much. And Watson has not been the same this year. I see Johnson having a big game. I like Thielen against that shitty Seattle defense secondary. I like Mike Davis against Atlanta. I like your defense. I don't like Hilton. That's the only thing. But I am going to still pick you. You got this. This is your week. I think Mahomes is going to have a big fucking game against Vegas. I think he's going to put up a 50 spot.
All right, on to our next matchup. So
I do like Mahomes.
Oh, I think it was done. I'm sorry. I thought it was cut.
I do like Mahomes this week. I like him every week. I do agree with David Johnson. I think they're going to run the ball a lot of Jacksonville. I think a lot. Thielen's always good. T.Y. Hilton has to break out sooner or later. If they go back and forth with Cleveland, that should be the game he breaks out.
Okay. And the thing about O'Brien getting fired, I think that the Texans as a team are going to be amped up to, like, they always do when a coach gets fired.
Now, here goes my thing. Aaron Rodgers, I've seen help win Jason most of his games.
Helped him win
He
last
is not
week.
there helping win last week.
Absolutely.
So, there is no way that my team of the week will lose to Jason's.
Oh, you're team of the week.
My team of the week. So, hear me now.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to fuck him up. And I got a stick for him, too.
Oh.
Like, come here, Charlie. I'm gonna fuck him up this week. That's it.
I'm gonna hit you with the broomstick, bro.
Team of the week, baby.
Give you some jailhouse life.
I was like, come here, Shark, little ass Shark.
Fred, as a licensed therapist, I'm gonna say you need to stretch.
I am gonna stretch. Come here, Shark. Shark. I'm gonna do another stretch.
So I'm excited. It's going to be a good matchup. Not for nothing. Me and Fred, obviously, the series is 9-8, so obviously it's very close. It's going to be fun, and we're interested to see what happens next week. As a reminder, everyone went Jesters except for the correct person, me, going with the Sharks. On to our next matchup, we have the 3-1 Rattlers against the 2-2 Bombers. The Bombers lead the series 9-5.
I didn't mean to laugh out loud.
Way to make a living. Oh, Bombers won their last meeting 116-92, and the win streak is 4. So 4 years in a row.
Wait.
That's a minute. The ESPN ranking or stats, excuse me, has it 111 to 94 in favor of the Bombers. This one's very close, but I am gonna go with the Rattlers on this one. It's gonna be close, but I do like Watson. We talked about him in Jacksonville. I definitely like that. What I don't like is I don't like Sanders against Pittsburgh's team. Don't like that. I do like Metcalf with the Vikings. Talked about that. I don't like OBJ against the Colts. He's not going to have where's he been out? If somebody has a breakout game, it's not happening. The Colts D is very good. So
but you don't sit it.
You're going to get your shots.
I'm just saying, you don't sit.
So back to the Rattler side. I like Prescott. He's taking it personal. Jeez. Prescott against the Giants, right? I like that. I like Josh Jacobs against KC. I've talked about certain games that'll give good fantasy matchups, and I do like that one, Chiefs and Raiders. I think that's going to be a good one. And CeeDee Lamb at the Giants, again, going with that porous Giants defense. I like that. So I'm going to give the Rattlers a slight edge, not a blowout at all. It's going to be close. Fred, what do you think about this matchup?
I see you listen to me in inserting CeeDee Lamb this week. Because you didn't use him last week. But Mike's going to win this fucking game. As I said before, it's the fucking Rattlers. The Rattlers.
High five.
Juju. Hopefully, maybe he'll play, maybe he won't.
He got Juju on the bench right now. So
yeah, Jonnu Smith, well, he's going to be out again. We already know that. I think Washington's going to play good. They benched Haskins.
Right.
So I think they're going to. I think they're going to. Yeah, but at least he already knows the coach plays. Yeah, he played with Ron Rivera before, and he played good. So that's just my shit. I just think Mike got more firepower. I think Deshaun Watson's going to come out and he's going to play.
Yeah,
he's going to show out.
I do agree.
I think he's going to show out. And I think Hilaire's going to have a better game because they're playing a division game in the Las Vegas Raiders. So I think Mike's going to get it this week. Sorry, Rattlers, again.
Greg?
I'm not sorry. I'm picking Mike. I see Jose going down 2 losses in a row.
Sorry, man.
Sorry for the interruption.
We got a special guest. Go ahead.
I'm surprised Jose has Juju on the bench right now, playing against Philly's terrible ass defense. They're gonna be playing against. I would recommend him putting Juju in the lineup. Leave CeeDee Lamb, sit Joshua Kelly. Joshua Kelly's playing against New Orleans on Monday night. Don't know how the Chargers are gonna use him. I don't like Jacobs against Kansas City. I don't. Just a feeling I have in my gut. So I think Jacobs and Edwards and they're going to cancel each other out. I think Metcalf's going to have a huge game. Huge game. John Brown may not play. So he has John Brown in right now. Probably sub him off with Debo. I'm going with Mike. Like I said, I'm not scared of the Rattlers, man. I think the Rattlers are crumbling. I think they're crumbling under the pressure. I don't think they know what they're going to do when COVID starts hitting. Bye weeks. I texted me. My team is built for bye weeks, Greg. Built and you lost last week.
It wasn't built last week.
So let's see what you do this week, Jose. But I think you're going to fucking lose, you dumbass.
I hope you're right. Mike, what do you think about your match?
I just got too much firepower this week. I like the Kittle matchup. This is another one that I haven't touched on.
Yeah, no one talked about that.
My running backs, man, I mean, they're not really. I hope that if there are games that they're in, they're still effective in the passing game, and that's what I like about Blair and Sanders. I just think I got too much points, but Metcalf, I mean, the game script's messing me up, and that's why I get worried about it. So we'll see how it goes. Deshaun, if they're up a lot, they may run a lot. So it's a lot of things that can play too.
I think Deshaun's gonna have a good week, but I think
I hope so.
I think they're gonna rely on the run, but I think we'll see Watson dinking and dunking a lot more, but it's gonna be good, bro. But I don't see the Rattlers winning shit.
I think their quarterbacks this week might equal each other out.
Yeah, that might be
I
pretty
think
good.
the other matchups are what we need to pay more attention to. Which, like I said, on the Rattlers is the side I like.
And you pick the Rattlers?
You think Prescott and Watson's gonna? I think Prescott could have a big game against the Giants.
That's what I'm saying, but I think Watson could have a big game against the Jags. I think we could have equal each other out, and it goes down to the rest of the lineup.
I think it's the rest of the lineup.
We're going to find out.
We're definitely going to find out. Let's actually take a minute and listen to what Jose had to say.
Is he
about
humble this week?
Upcoming matchup.
Did you get humbled?
So moving on to the present, like I like to stay, unlike some owners that like to stay in the past and talk about their past accomplishments. The past accomplishments helps you no way going forward in the present. So I play Mike in the Bombers. Mike, you are a joke. You are Greg's and Freddie butt rag is what you are. And since you're such a butt rag, I'm going to use you as a butt rag and wipe my ass with you. I am so ready for this game, and I just want to just beat you so bad. But, you know, we'll see. We got to play the game, and that's how it goes.
As a reminder, everyone went with the Bombers except for myself going with the Rattlers. Oh my God, I need to cover my mouth.
I did. I said like that.
Listen, all you guys are following me now in the picks.
Why did I not have a mask on? All right, going on to our game of the week. We have the 3-1 Dallas Grimace versus the 3-1 Massacre. Very interesting matchup here. The Massacre lead this series 3-2. Grimace won the last meeting 139 to 116. The win streak is at 1. The current matchup, they have the Massacres 105 to 91 is what they currently have, and I'm going to disagree. I think the Grimace are going to pull this off this week.
What is he on this week?
Went looking at
He
some
went
of these
straight underdogs on
matchups.
everything.
I like
It's a spicy pick for him, bro.
I like Big Ben against Phillies D, and we talked about this Seattle-Minnesota matchup. I like Tyler Lockett against the Vikings. And if Mozart does start, I do like him against the Miami Dolphins. On the other side, the Massacre, of course, you can't argue with Russell Wilson against the Vikings and Cook at Seattle, but here is the issue with that. It is very possible that one of these players, they could very well equal each other out. Meaning, if Russell Wilson's having a big game, we're not going to see nothing out of Dalvin Cook because now game script dictates they need to throw the ball. Same on the other side. If Dalvin Cook is having a good game script will dictate time of possession for the Vikings, thusly equaling out Russell Wilson. This is a possibility. This is just what I'm looking at. Not to say it's going to happen. It's very possible, though. And, of course, I do like Cooper Kupp at FT. That's what I like. So, we'll go with Fred. What do you think about this matchup?
The Grimace... No, fuck that. The Massacre are going to beat the Grimace. I just don't see it. Grimace did not show well this week. Oh, I know they should have lost last week.
We thought about it for a split second.
And his team is just not strong. I don't care what we think. He is not strong at all. This guy is consistently putting up points to Massacre. I totally changed my outlook from the first week. I'm going to mention it. I thought y'all were going to be shit. But damn, the last 3 weeks proved differently. No way the Grimace win. Massacre win by a bunch.
Great.
No Eckler.
That's big.
No Aaron Jones.
Big.
Mostert and Malcolm Brown are your starting running backs, and the kid from Cleveland that you just picked up, Dearness Johnson, for Dallas.
That's rough. That's rough.
I don't like nothing on Dallas right now. I like Tyler Lockett against Minnesota. I'm not going to say that. I like Schultz against the Giants. He has Seattle defense in there currently against Minnesota. Seattle defense has not performed this year at all. They're giving up 25, 24, 31, 23 points. That's Seattle's defense. So, that being said, I like Russell Wilson. I like, even though he lost Chubb, he made a trade with me last week. He has Ingram sliding right in there. I like Gibson, but that's a tough Rams defense. I like Robinson. I like Kupp. I think, Freddie, I'm just going to steal this for right now. This is going to be the SWAT of the fucking week.
Yeah, this might get ugly.
This is going to, I think it's going to,
This might get fucking
this is going to be the SWAT of the week. I think the Massacre are gonna slap the so-called crown off the fucking head.
I'm
off
glad
with his head.
I'm glad you said that.
Off with his head.
I am glad you said that because, like I said, he's gonna win by bunches. So this might be his swallow. If it ain't him, it's gonna be me versus Jason. So he's beating up Jason.
Massacre may win.
One of the two.
Massacre may win Team of the Week 3 weeks in a row.
Ooh.
I'm calling. Wait, listen.
He's gonna win by a lot, but he's not gonna be Team of the Week.
I'm calling it.
Wow.
3 weeks in a row. He's gonna win Team of the Week, and he's gonna put a whooping on the Grimace's ass. He's gonna off with his head. What happened to Kings? They died.
I'm starting to feel these picks are getting a little more personal.
No, this
than
is not.
actual analytics.
This is not personal though.
Yeah.
This is not personal. I just think this is gonna be an ass.
Because we got beef for the match.
Listen.
Mike, what you think?
No personal. I mean, you are correct, sir. If you think that Kenny's gonna win this game,
I think you
are
personally taking
smoking.
against us.
What the hell? Game script. If Russell has to throw, if Dalvin Cook has to run, what the fuck? Bro, that game's gonna be high scoring on both sides.
That was too much for
That
you.
is gonna be way too much.
That was a little too much for you.
They're both gonna score. Minnesota's gonna score, so is Seattle. And that plays into both their favors. So squash that shit. I just think that the fuck you going all deep with that shit. Anyway.
For him to handle.
Again,
No, he trying to make himself like.
Let him.
I get it,
Listen,
but
stop.
damn.
Yo, this is the first Mike has gone off.
This is what he's
This is the most personality Mike has shown.
Hold on a second though. I want to hit on that for a second. Hold on, moderator. I want to talk about
this. This is the continuation from the text message.
No, it's okay.
Let's go.
It's not at all.
This is Sharks.
He literally. It's not even that at all. He's just saying crazy.
Look how smoke Jason.
He literally.
Yo, Jaden,
Literally,
stop.
hold on a second. Literally,
Just watch the
earlier
show.
in the show, Mike said, "Game scripts kill me."
Kill me. For sure.
That is what he said.
Yeah.
I am literally pointing out how a game script could kill the Massacre. That is what that was. Bye bye. Finish your
No
fucking
way.
point. Wait.
That was way much of a stretch.
Yeah, but this is too much.
Take Russell Wilson out of it and take, let's say they cancel whatever the hell he says. I'd still say that the Massacre's still gonna beat the fucking Grimace. Take them big both scores.
It is hard to lose Aaron Jones and Eckler.
Yeah.
Fucking
Saying,
a
but
All I
and Boston lost Chubb and just was able to just keep moving.
All I'm gonna
As-
say,
as
can I say something real quick? Next week is gonna be so fucking epic.
As-
It's gonna be
oh, I
so
can't.
spicy.
I can't wait.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry.
These
we'll have a
two
special.
on the set.
We're gonna
Tune the fucking us.
and a special guest next week also for your matchup. We'll also have a special guest on the set also.
Don't tell me you bringing in fucking
So-
Buckley.
So that's gonna be interesting. Now, just to wrap
Jose
this
is
up,
showing up. Bro, can he get out of bed in the morning? You're gonna need your walker.
I wanted to wrap up this by saying we've been talking all year. Okay, he's 3-1. Talking about the Grimace. We've been talking all year. You're talking all good about him.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, when he's the king of the north, all of a sudden
Jason,
negativity. Hold on a
no,
second.
no,
Let me
Jason,
finish my
is the
point.
injury-
Let me finish
All
my
right,
point.
all right,
Finish,
finish.
let me finish. And we have all agreed that if anyone knows how to pick and choose people
Yes.
that we don't even know ain't gonna do shit and do shit. So hence why I'm saying I think the Grimace in this match.
I know, but yeah, how can you look back with the Massacre has been doing?
Hold on, Fred.
I'm not.
There's
So
no
anybody
Boston
else?
broke the record, came back to the team of the week, roster strong, where he lost
Numbers
two of his
are
top
numbers.
running
That's what I'm
backs.
saying.
But Jason, I
And he's
understand where
talking
you're coming
about
from.
game script.
Wait,
We're
I
gonna
understand
replay
where
this
you're
back
coming
out,
from.
wait.
Yes, we all know how creative Dallas can be.
Yeah,
We
for
all know
sure.
how they can be. But this is 1 week where he might be in trouble.
Yeah,
not saying
yeah,
Dallas
Dallas-
has
firepower.
But don't get it twisted.
I'm not saying the
Dallas got two sides.
Right.
Dallas, king of the north, queen of the east. It could happen. I'm just saying, like he ain't that guy.
But listen, Jason, you're taking what we're saying as we don't like Dallas. Their season is done. No, this is 1 week. They got
Yeah.
Aaron Jones on the block.
Oh, no, I
Eckler's
wasn't-
hurt,
I
so
wasn't saying
Eckler
that
may
at all.
come back later on in the year and help him push them
talking
over
about
into the
this week.
playoff. But for this week, it does not look good for Dallas. That's all I'm saying.
I wasn't saying at all. I was just making an observation
Yeah,
of
listen.
how it was so warm and fuzzy with
No,
the Grimace.
no,
And then he sweeps y'all in the King of the North, and we
I
got
have
the King's
no
Court, and all of a
issue.
sudden it's
Listen.
Ken fuck Grimace.
Ken has a wait. Ken has a
Let me
good-
go ask Ken what he think. What do you think, Ken? You think? You're not even He agrees.
Hey, yo, but listen, though, I'm saying.
All I'm saying,
All I'm saying is that if he
loses.
loses this week,
Scarecrow Ken, you just
the Kings Court debuts, he'll be 0-2. I'm just.
All I'm saying is, my point is, Ken has a good roster, but for this week,
it's shit.
It doesn't look good.
It's just, yeah, it's matchups. No personal.
He can plug Aaron Jones in next week.
Yeah.
Eckler may come back quicker than and he still be back on the roll with Monster, Eckler, and fucking Aaron Jones. But for this week, that's all I'm saying.
Yo, you remember that three-headed monster he was talking about?
Out of respect.
He's down one.
All right, out of respect. Now, first, we're going to listen to what Nick has to say. But when we come back from that, out of respect, and since last night we had the debate, I think it's only fair that we bring the King onto the set and let him respond to what our guest panelists are saying. I think it's only fair. So let's take a minute and listen to hear what Nick has to say.
This week we have the Dallas Grimace. I don't even know what a grimace is, but he's been a legendary player throughout the league. I think he has the most appearances in the Fantasy Bowl, so good for you. But it looks like we're going to win this game this week. We both have favorable matchups. I think you just lost Eckler. That really hurts. I lost Chubb. That really hurts. So it's going to be a tight game. That's the way I see it. Good luck to you, Ken. You're the king of the North, but that's about it.
Back from our break, and let's welcome in the King of the North. Please, sir, respond to what our panelists had to say.
So, Jason, are you playing moderator? We have time limits?
Well, you've had your time, sir.
Oh, so he's just
your time is done.
I got to sit back.
Your time is done, sir.
I got to sit back.
Thank you, Freddie. Thank you, Freddie. Your time is done. Thank you, Freddie.
I'm telling you,
Freddie, your time is done. Please go ahead, King.
Please go ahead.
On the last break, as we're all sitting here, you guys just up Mike and Deshaun Watson and how you think he's going to have a big week now that he fired the
I never said Deshaun Watson's going to have a big week.
Now, when
Let's
you
stick
say
to the
that,
facts,
he's got to throw the ball to someone. Who's
Yes.
his number one receiver? Will Fuller. That means he's going to have a big week.
But Ken,
we all know that Minnesota can't stop anybody.
No, wait. I just got to interject. You did say over there that you feel Watson's going to spread the ball around. So if he's spreading the ball around, that doesn't mean Fuller's going to get the majority of targets. You have Fuller, you got the tight end, you got Brandon Cooks, you got David Johnson, you got Duke Johnson back. Fuller may not be the pinpoint or the alpha dog in the offense.
Well, so Akins is out, so that rules out their tight end
Okay.
other than Daniel Fells, who's only a touchdown threat.
Well, that's still a
But
target.
by spreading the ball out, what's that do? That allows Will Fuller for his big playability, which he has.
What it
so
allows
for
is
him,
the offense to spread
I'm
out.
saying
and David Johnson to run it right down.
And
the
if they spread
I
that
got
ball
kicked off
out,
my
he's going to have a deep, big play touchdown.
Ken, no disrespect, right?
Oh,
no one is saying.
I'm used to it from you guys.
No.
Every week.
But see, this
y'all
is
want to talk
you
some
feel
trash.
you feeling spicy and you're hot because you have a little segment on the show that the commissioner blessed you with. Like, don't give a fuck about your little two
Maybe
minutes.
y'all pay
So
attention.
now, you're on the show with the big dog. You're on the show with the dragon. So I'm gonna let you know right now.
The winless dragons,
the
right?
dog give a
That same
fuck.
dragons?
But guess what? I go down
Those
swinging.
dragons?
I go down swinging. I'm gonna bring up the motherfucking facts. The fact remains: no Aaron Jones, no Eckler.
You can't.
You got Mostert, and that's it going.
Maybe you got Mostert. Maybe.
And maybe that he's sharing a backfield with McKinnon that McKinnon has shown the last 2 weeks that he can be a league dog in that backfield. Hold on, Freddie. Let me bring the heat. So to let you know that this week it does not look good for you.
He's defending the massacre.
Ain't nobody. I am. I'm not even defending. I'm defending my pick because he comes on the show and he wants to bring up all this shit. Oh, you're gonna spread the ball around. I don't give a fuck. You got Malcolm Brown. Cam is back. Darrell Henderson is getting the carries in that
Cam didn't do
backfield.
shit in the first 2 games he played
But
anyway.
listen, but before he got injured,
Would you pick yourself this week?
But Cam Akers, before he got injured,
If you were on the panel playing for money, would you pick yourself this week against the massacre?
bro.
Look, if I study the matchup,
So you have
yes.
faith. So you have faith in this running back Johnson from Cleveland.
Well, I can use a big one next week.
Kareem Hunt is going to be. Listen.
I got
listen,
some of this. Go ahead.
Listen. All due respect to the Grimace, right? Not gonna call him a fucking king.
No.
You're not winning this week,
There's
bro.
no way.
It's tough. It's tough. That's all we're saying. We're always saying, bro. Don't take it personal.
Oh, it's not.
Everybody loses once in a while. You lose in 2 weeks in a
You
row.
guys talking about Kareem Hunt, let's remember, he almost didn't play last week, too. He's banged up. He's one hard hit away from being out. Who's that make the lead back? Dearness Johnson. 13 carries on Sunday for 95 yards. Granted, it's a bad Dallas D, but 13 carries?
And they playing who this
13
week?
carries?
Who's Cleveland playing this weekend?
Indy.
Tough defense.
I do want to
Tough
say,
defense. Indy,
I would
which
like a bagel
according,
with cream cheese.
according
when you lose,
to
and a nice cup of
according to
coffee
the
from
stats,
McDonald's.
and the Sharks will love this one. According to the stats, Indy is number 3 against the run.
Oh, yeah, you got a hell of a defense.
And who's the heaviest running offense in the NFL right now? Cleveland.
But it's shown last week that Kareem Hunt can carry the ball, can carry the load, and they got Odell on the outside. And interesting fact, they got their tight end returning this week off of IR.
I am so
So they
sure
got Hooper.
the Massacre is gonna win. Is all he has to do is bring me a medium cup of coffee black from Dunkin' Donuts. Let me finish. And an onion bagel with cream cheese. If I lose, I'll give him $20.
Listen to this. Listen.
That's how confident I am.
Jason,
Unlike you guys, I'm up for a bet.
All right. But Jason, next time you bring somebody into this den, make sure they're prepared. Because I don't think he was prepared.
Yo,
he's looking like Pence last night. Wait, don't move, Ken. Don't move. Yo, there's a fire.
Ernest Johnson, Magic Johnson, Ernie Johnson. Massacre will win this week. Period.
And I'm gonna give me everything bagel with cream cheese, a medium cup of coffee black from Dunkin' Donuts.
All right.
All right,
You
ladies
know,
and
good luck to
gentlemen.
Nick either way, but
187 on the
This is gonna be
LSL family, thank you once again for joining us. We'll see you next week.
King of the North.
Be careful when you come in this day.
Let's go. Cash on me, like I hit the lottery. Hoes a trip, watch on how they follow me. Wait, honey's blue, yeah, I got them all on me. Go, let's go. Prada shoe, yeah, I keep a style on me. Pretty freaks, make them bitches pile on me. I swear, rat party, I got 30 thou on me right now. Go, let's go. To my cake, all these bitches want a piece. 10 rats, I threw 10 on top my teeth. Diamond choke, VVS, I can't breathe. Go, let's go. Saint Laurent, Mamiere, Givenchy. Gucci goggles, Gucci buckle, Gucci skis. You gon' cut that hoe, we know that hoe a freak.